sorry I needed battery change. Here goes the verdict. Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Jensen. Come on, Julie.
Oh my God, I'm gonna... Please don't scream in my ear, Aunt Paige.
I try not to. Okay, here we go.
Please don't scream in my ear, Aunt Paige.
Here we go.
All right, members of the jury, it's my understanding that you have reached the verdict. Is that correct? And you are the former informant, sir? Yes. All right. Would you hand the verdict to the
Please don't scream in my ear.
I'm going to throw up if it's not guilty. I'm not kidding.
The defendant will rise and face the jury.
Come on, Dr. Evil. Is he in handcuffs? Get to his head!
Find the defendant, Mark D. Jensen, guilty of intentional homicide.
Yes!
As charged in the information.
Yes! Woo!
February 21st.
Yeah!
Member of the jury.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Member of the jury, is this your unanimous verdict? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdict as read? And I'm going to pull you with your seat number only 1 to 6 across the back, 7 to 12 across the front, and I will ask you. You've now heard your verdict read, finding the defendant guilty of intentional homicide of the first degree as charged in the information. And
oh my God.
Question, yes or
Justice has been served.
Was this and is this now your verdict number 1? Yes. 2? Yes. 3?
At just Page.
4,
Oh, there's
5? Yes. 6? Yes. 7?
Yes.
Guilty.
9?
Yes.
10?
Yes.
How does it feel? Convicted
All
murderer.
right, any further requests before I discharge the jury?
None from the stage, Your Honor.
All right, folks, I want to thank you for your service in this case. In September of 1789, some of the people who had risked everything, their lives
I'm
included,
stopping recording.
I am not.
assembled at the first Congress to adopt measures to protect their newfound liberty. And they knew the injustices and abuses which had occurred under
Good
British
job,
rule.
Bob Jamboy.
And even though British rule was far more progressive at that time than other countries, but they knew what had led them to the revolution, and they
What do you think,
envisioned
Dad?
a future
Your
for
son
our
murdered his
nation
wife.
in which citizens were protected from oppressive government. At that first Congress, they created our Bill of Rights. Knowing from English
Here's
history
my dog
how
who gets
easily
scared every time I scream, and I
judges succumb to
scream.
the influence
I'm
of
sorry.
oppressive government, they guaranteed that every citizen accused
What?
of a serious federal crime would be
Aunt Paige,
entitled
would you like me to make
to
the
a
rest
decision
of the
not
sour
made by
cream
judges,
and sour
Sure.
cream and
but by
salsa?
their fellow citizens. That guarantee has been carried through to each of the states, including our own.
I'm sorry I
1848, when the
scared
state
you,
constitution was
puppy.
adopted, it provided
Mark Jensen's
not
guilty.
just for trial by
Mama's
jury in all
talking about
serious
Mark
cases,
Jensen all the
but in
time.
every
He's
criminal
guilty.
case,
Guilty as
trial by
charged.
jury.
Say
The
yay!
founders made that providential decision
Say
to
yay,
insist upon
Domino!
trial by jury. They had a vision of people like you.
Really, that's a
People who
good
would be
job
willing
on
to
behalf of
lay
the
down
juror.
their
Great
other
job,
affairs of
Bob.
life and to discharge this awesome duty, knowing that by so doing they would
Yes,
protect
ma'am.
not only their own
Put all of
freedom,
it in there?
You don't need to put the whole thing.
freedoms
Well,
of
just
every other
add it to
A lot
it.
of sour cream.
you
Okay.
fulfilled your duty and their vision. I do not doubt, at great expense for some of you, and at great personal inconvenience for some,
Miss Gabrielle?
and you have kept our country free. You people are the greatness of America. On a personal note, I'm going to miss you. You made my time here most enjoyable. You were pleasant, attentive, punctual, and most of all, you were very patient with us.
It
I
really
could not
is
have asked
true.
for a more cooperative
It's like saying
and my
goodbye
only
to a
regret is
family
that
that you've seen for 6 weeks.
investment
It looks like Bruce Schroeder's getting a little emotional.
case.
Wow.
I can assure you that it
Now
never
I could go
occurred
back
any
to
of
some
us
other postings, but
that we would
it's been
conduct
fun,
a
hasn't it?
7-week trial
I think so.
and not lose
God bless you, Julie. We did it.
any jurors. That is phenomenal, unheard of. So you're all in good health, and you were all very cooperative and patient. I think we had a tornado, didn't we, at one time? We had sub-zero weather, we had icy roads, we had all kinds of snow, and you people came in here. There was never one time that anybody was late. And what's that?
You got lost.
Oh, man, I don't remember anything like that happening. But that in itself is a tribute to you. As you may know, this case has been nationally telecast and available on the internet around the world. I believe that both ABC and CBS are planning documentary programs about the case, which will show you how you needed really only an hour, less commercials, 42 minutes, to resolve all the issues in the case. Channel 4 has graciously agreed to provide copies of its news reports regarding the trial by calling reporter Heather Shannon, whose card you may obtain from the bailiffs. Channel 12 has agreed to leave its reports on the internet site for at least 30 days. This was promised to you when you started, that you'll be able to read about this later. Channel 6 has reports on several days of the trial and will be available, I think I was told, for up to 2 years. CBS has indicated that it is likely to be able to provide the full trial, although details of how to get that very extensive volume of material have not yet been finalized. If you are interested in that, please leave your name and email address if you have one with the bailiff, and if you don't have an email address, leave your regular address. Also note that if you do not want the other jurors to have your email address, let me know that, so that because otherwise I'll probably send a collective message and all of the addresses will be displayed. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and the Kenosha News have articles concerning the case on their websites. There is a sizable amount of the proceedings available on YouTube, including some proceedings which occurred while you were taking one of the many breaks that you insisted.
A lot of stuff on YouTube.
Members of the news media
Ours
have
too.
requested that I inform you that they would like to interview any and all of you who would be willing to discuss the case with them. Please understand that you are under absolutely no obligation ever to discuss or answer this case or answer any questions about the case from anyone other than me. There is no requirement that you maintain secrecy concerning what happened in the jury room, but you do not have to discuss the case with anyone or answer any questions about it at all. Your service in the case has been completed. Thank you again for your splendid and admirable service in this case. You have done your duty as citizens, and you're now discharged. Thank you.
I couldn't see it.
I can't wait to see if Mr. Convicted Murderer Mark Jensen, seen here with his crappy defense attorney, Craig Albee, parents behind him. I don't feel sorry for his dad, hearing what we've heard about him, but his mom, I feel sorry for him. Let's take him out in shackles and handcuffs, and this will be the end of the Mark Jensen murder trial. Guilty of murdering his wife.
It's not the end yet. We still have
Mr.
the
Gelby?
second thing.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state has a few requests. First, I'd request that the court enter judgment in accordance with the verdict. Secondly, I'd request the defendant's bond be revoked. Third, I'd request that the court impose the non-discretionary portion of the sentence right now. The defendant be sentenced to life imprisonment, and that the court schedule a hearing in about 5 to 6 weeks to determine the defendant's parole eligibility date.